各位好，欢迎收看专题报道，我是主持人宋维佳。在2月底美联储主席伯南克讲话之后，黄金价格在接下来的1个月出现了一轮近100美元的放量大跌。那么黄金的长期上涨格局是否行将结束？分析认为，伯南克除了开启新的货币宽松措施外，几乎没有其他方法，能改变的无非是宽松的时间和形式。这最终将推动金价产生新一轮的涨势。短期来看，因4月3日公布的美联储3月会议纪要，不仅导致市场对其推出第3轮量化宽松的预期降温，同时还引发美联储可能在2014年之前加息的预期。分析师认为，这一轮调整尚未结束，金价或将跌至1550。为此，我们访问了对黄金投资素有研究的 Brian K. Hicks，US Global Investor 公司的投资组合经理。请他来谈一下黄金投资的心得。
I just heard your speech at the conference hall, and I'm very interested in your terms of introducing the global gold market as the love trade and the fair trade. Could you explain more on your terms?
We feel like the bull market in gold is really based, one, on the fear trade, and that's investment demand that's being spurred by investors wanting to hedge themselves against the financial instability in Europe, rising deficit spending in the U.S., currency debasement, so some of the more troubling areas of the global economy. But roughly 2/3 of global gold demand is jewelry demand, and we classify that as the love trade. And what we mean by that is that in emerging markets, there's rising incomes, the rising wealth effect that's taking place in those economies, and it's drawing more and more people to buy jewelry. And that's increasing demand for jewelry. And many times when people buy jewelry, they're doing it for loved ones. So therefore, we call that the love trade.
So how do you think the gold market of China, what is the situation now?
Well, the gold market in China continues to impress. It continues to grow at a very rapid rate. It's one of the reasons why we're very optimistic about the gold price, and we feel like gold prices will continue to trend higher because of that strong underpinning or demand for gold by Chinese individuals.
For the individual investors, how could they invest in gold markets, like in Hong Kong and China?
Well, there's a number of different ways to do that. You can do that by buying gold bullion or gold coins. And you can also do that by buying or investing in companies that produce gold, that have gold reserves in the ground. Typically, if you do that as an investment, you get the operational leverage of a gold company who's able to create value by finding more ounces of gold per share and generating cash flow and earnings from that gold in the ground when it's mined.
Would you predict the trends of the gold market?
That's difficult to say with any accuracy. Certainly in the short term it's difficult to say, but I would just say that for the last 11 years the price of gold has appreciated. And we feel like with what's happening abroad in Europe and the U.S., that's going to continue to draw more investors into the gold market. And certainly here in Asia, there'll be more and more people buying gold for jewelry purposes based on the rising income levels. So these fundamental secular trends are still in place and should be supportive for gold.
Thank you, Brian, for taking this interview. Thank you for your brilliant answers. Thank you, everyone, for watching this edition of Feature News. See you next time.